Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. It's a pleasure to see you guys. It's very exciting to see you here at the Geek Talk. So my name is Jordan Aguiriano, and this is my partner, Gabriela Rodriguez.
Hi guys, so sorry I'm a little sick, excuse my voice, and if I cough, I apologize. So as I said, my name's Gabriela, you can call me Gabby, and I'm gonna introduce us and our backstory really quickly, well, me and my backstory really quickly. So I have a background in healthcare. I'm a registered nurse, and I was basically just really unsatisfied with my career. It wasn't fun, I went into it thinking I was going to help people, and I realized that that wasn't really the reality of it. So I decided to go into programming because I started doing it as a hobby, and I pretty much just became obsessed with it. So I researched, I found 4 Geeks, thank God, and I started the course. Yeah, go 4 Geeks. Yeah, best decision ever, by the way, best decision ever. So Jordan has a similar backstory, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him.
Yeah, so funny enough, and excuse my deep masculine voice. So funny enough, we have a very similar story. I was also a nurse. I was working at Mercy Hospital in the oncology unit. Great, great hospital, great people. I enjoyed working with them, but I never really felt satisfied in what I was doing. I'm very creative by nature, and I needed an outlet. I needed something that was gonna help me to express myself. And when Gabriela started coding, I picked it up. Once Gabriela started coding. So she came in for a meeting, and I came in because I wanted to see. I was enjoying the creative aspect to it. And once I met Marcelo, and I realized how genuine the people were here, and how they just really care about helping you, that's when I decided I had to make that leap of faith. And that leap of faith has led me here today in front of you guys.
So I'm going to start now talking about our project. Our website is called reMindful. We came up with this idea because we realized that a lot of people care about the environment, but they don't really have the time, the knowledge, or the resources to recycle correctly, or find enough tips to reduce and reuse any objects, really. Unfortunately, when you Google something, you have so much information, right? And you don't know what's right, what's wrong. So we wanted to make a website where you kind of have all together in one place to make it easier, accessible for you to lead a more eco-friendly lifestyle, to make the transition just a little easier. So Jordan's going to go ahead and introduce some of our features. And before that, actually, oh, you can scroll. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is when you log in, or when you type our website in, this is what you're going to see, the intro page. So we're focusing on the 3 R's, right? Reduce, reuse, recycle, and reMindful. So when you log in, we're going to scroll. This is basically what I just talked about right now, just a brief introduction about what the website does. And up next is just the things we're focusing on. So reduce, reuse, recycle. Recycle is last, by the way. The 2 most important ones are actually reduce and reuse, with a link to more information about these 3 things, which for the purpose of time, we're not going to actually click them. We're just going to show you the most important features of the website.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with one of the most important features on our site, which is the search component. So here, as you can see, this is going to be where you land once you log in. Right here is going to be the search. Now, we wanted to make this as accessible as possible to everybody. We didn't want you to have to register to access just information that anybody could use. So for this, it's open source. You don't have to register to search items. So just to show you guys how it works, if Gabriela can please type in receipt or something similar. Okay, please click that. So here we have our page where you'll land, and it's going to give you some information. Now, a lot of people are looking for this information, and you can find this information all over the web, but there's not really one place where you can find all of this information, where you can say, what about a newspaper? What about my CD player? What am I going to do with that? So we've built this here. So, for example, just to show you guys, the reduce is very important, reuse is very important. Recycle is also important, but a lot of the times we don't realize that reducing and reusing are very much what's going to help to better our environment. So we've gone ahead and, so in this example, we've gone ahead and shown you ways to reduce. This particular example doesn't have very many. If you read ahead here, sadly, it's not that practical to reuse receipts, but we are always open to new ideas. Try focusing on properly disposing. So one of the new features that we're going to work on the next cycle of production is we're actually going to make it possible for you guys to add in ideas to reuse. We wanted to engage the community with this project. So further down we have our recycling, and we have our trash. Very basic, but it's very important information, and especially having it at your fingertips in one place is very revolutionary. You no longer have to scour everywhere.
So we have a lot. We can't show you all the objects that we have. It's a big database, but for the sake of time, of course. Now, a second feature is this one over here, which for this, you do have to create an account if you want to keep track of your pickup days and notifications, which it's actually, okay. Yeah, we are. So you're going to be able to go over here and set days, if you can show. So select your pickup day. So my days are Monday and Thursday, so we're just going to go ahead and add those. And then you can confirm. And there you go. So, okay, so we logged in prior to this, which is why I added it twice, because we already had days added in the beginning, if you guys saw. And then that's really just, obviously everybody knows their pickup days, but just as a reminder for them to be there. And then one of my favorite features is set notifications. We made it so you guys are able to get notifications for your recycling. So a lot of people, we noticed, especially in our neighborhood and areas around their neighborhood, they weren't aware when their recycling bin was being picked up. So it's literally every other day. So if my days are Monday and Thursdays, my recycling is every other Monday and Thursdays. But a lot of people were just not taking them out, or taking them out last minute because they're like, oh, people are taking their recycling bins out. Okay, I guess I'll take mine out. So we wanted just to make people more aware, so you know it's recycling day, you're actively recycling, and just take out your bins. So you're gonna pick the days that you're gonna be notified, and it's 2 days, right? So Monday, Thursday, every other day. No, just confirm it. Just do the notification. So I actually left my phone, but my computer gets notifications too because it's linked, of course, it's Apple, but my computer's over there. You have my computer. So I don't know if you guys are going to hear the thing or not, but. Oh, it was closed. Okay.
You want to put the password and then you can
Well, I really like this feature, but I really left my phone at home and I leave an hour away. So I'll see if I got it.
Maybe we'll see all her other messages too.
I mean, it's fine, but. Okay, so while he does that, I'm going to continue talking. So another feature that's really cool is we have an events page, which this is just to bring the community together. I'm going to go ahead and click it. So here you're going to be able to search for events that are happening near you. So our website really is just for Miami right now. Eventually we want to make it for every other city, but we have events happening near Miami. So we have some conferences, and then we have some more local ones, like this one over here is a kids research and environment wildlife, which is happening in Jungle Island. So just to keep the community a little engaged and active in what's happening around us. And then we're also gonna, or you can also add an event if you want to do like a beach cleanup, a park cleanup around your neighborhood. Sorry, I'm blocking. Around your neighborhood, you can add an event, and it is subject for review just because we don't want people adding like weird things that are not safe. So for safety reasons, it has to be subject for review.
And very quickly, you guys can see here, I know it's kind of tiny, she received a message, and if you see, I went ahead and hit all her other messages, but it's been receiving messages all day. So you guys can see how many times we've tried this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So it's been receiving messages all day.
That's like the first notification you said is going to say congrats, you set a notification, then after that you start receiving them every other Monday and Thursday, or Monday, Thursday for trash and recycling. All right, so show me.
Okay, so the last feature, and before we get to the last feature, just very quickly, I wanted to go over what we learned here is really how to develop websites from the bottom to the top. So these websites were really developed with JavaScript, with React, Python, so we really were able to make a complete package for you guys.
Oh, and actually the notifications is, I did it with Twilio, so if you guys are like interested in doing notifications or phone voice message for your system, it's really awesome. They make it super easy for you to use. They have the instructions on the website. It's a really cool website.
Okay, so our last feature here is the progress bar. So you're gonna have to excuse the bare background here. We're still in our first cycle of development for this part. This part was really added in just to show you guys that developers have many cycles that they work through. So originally we had our first cycle, and for our next cycle we're gonna actually, well, let me start over here. So if you see this beautiful trash can over here, yes please. Actually, no. Can everybody see this beautiful trash can over here? Yeah. Okay, great. So if you see, there's actually a water bottle in here. And you're actually already, since we set this up before, you're actually already seeing the weight from that water bottle being presented here. And the reason that we're doing this is we wanted to ultimately make it so that you can track how much you're actually recycling, so that you can see how much waste you're reducing. And we wanted to give those incentives to people so that it can be a feedback loop and they could continue to recycle and just be aware of what's actually happening. So here, I have another beautiful water bottle. And if you see, it went from 1 pound to 3 pounds now, because this is actually picking up the weight, right? Thank you very much. I didn't know how to do this 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's actually
So,
really crazy.
one moment. Okay, so now there's 0 pounds in the trash because I emptied it. But now you guys know that there's 3.725 pounds that were in there that you guys have recycled. So in our next cycle of development, we're actually going to make it so that you can see that on your phone and you can have a meter showing you your progress, your weekly progress, your monthly progress. We're going to work through that together. So this was actually built with Raspberry Pi. We have a Raspberry Pi here. Again, 3 months ago, I didn't know how to use this little computer. Now, this computer made it possible through Python as well. And, okay.
You can get this scale on Amazon if you're interested.
Very cheap, yes. So this right here is our sensor that's working together with the Raspberry Pi. And that right there is the HX711 sensor, and this is the lead cell. And this is what's actually picking up the resistance to pick up the weight. Now, together with the Raspberry Pi is how we're able to actually show you guys this feature here. So that's the bulk of our project, and just wanted to thank you guys for coming. But before we finish, there's a couple people we want to thank, so I'll let Gabriela go ahead and start.
So we want to thank our Professor Kobe, Paulo, and Samir. They're the best support system ever. They were so patient and helped us out so much. We couldn't, oh, Kobe. We couldn't have done this without them, literally. And then we want to thank Bridget she's our career support, and she made us network and speak to people and really get out of our comfort zone, so she's doing amazing. And then of course we want to thank Alejandro and Marcelo, because this school wouldn't be here without them.